asked a lot about what happens in the Office of Research. One of the issues that comes up relates to our sponsored programs. You'll see is on our homepage reference to our research funding. So what does that mean? What does it mean to do research? One of the things that helps me think about like research projects in general is the actual research piece. So if you look at this mini pyramid, you see that there's this period of project spending that results in these deliverables. And what do we budget in to pay for those? Well, usually things like faculty time, student time, technicians, materials and supplies, travel. Sometimes we need travel to conduct the research. Sometimes we need travel to share our results in front of scientific audiences, for example, to make sure our research is actually going in the right direction. And maybe fees to publish our results in peer-reviewed journals. One thing that's not so obvious is the activities that happen behind the scene, oftentimes before the research even starts, and continues after the research is done. And one way I like to think about them is in a pyramid. So we have effort, we have fiscal effort in terms of setting up our accounts and our payroll and our invoicing, and we have all the resources that are made available through being at the university, access to journals, IT support, training. Then there's a whole layer of compliance and legal resources. RCR training, are we using animals? So we need ARIA cook. Are we talking to humans? So we have IRB boards. We might have unmanned vehicles. We might be generating research that could have legal protections in terms of intellectual property. We might need to pay attention to export control. Are we mindful of our advances not leaking out to other countries, for instance? And then support and maintenance. We have a whole suite of infrastructure needs that are ready to go once the research is ready to go. So investments in those that help our research enterprise be ready to make even new advances. And at the bottommost layer, our foundation and our infrastructure is, our labs and our land and our even offices for folks that help you set up your grants and contracts, for instance, offices for your biological scientists. We might have specialized equipment. And of course, our most valuable commodity, our talent, which is our faculty. One thing that is interesting in thinking about budgeting is really the capstone at the top, the research. Those are the direct budgeted items that relate directly to the activity. But everything on the bottom half of the pyramid, those are what are captured with our indirect cost, otherwise known as IDC, or our F&A, our facilities and administrative charges. People often think, what does that go to? And it goes to the whole base of our pyramid. So I know people like to refer to IDC in terms of a tax. That's because the way it's calculated. But another way of thinking about IDC is in terms of indispensable capital. I mean, the funds that come in to support IDC are necessary and for us to be a sustainable enterprise. And I'm hoping that this graphic helps you think about it in that way. One caveat, we like to talk about research, so you'll see research up here, but really it's for all of our sponsored activity, be it research, teaching, or extension.